Hello, today I am going to describe the topic seed orchard, or as we know, seed orchards are the plantation of phenotypically as well as genotypically superior trees, or these are managed and meant especially for continuous supply of improved seeds at the cheaper rate or whenever necessary or whenever needed. Okay. A seed orchard is an intensively managed plantation of specifically arranged trees for the mass production of genetically improved seeds to create new plants or seeds for the establishment of new forests in the needful areas. Further, a seed orchard is a plantation of genetically superior trees. Those are isolated to reduce uh, pollination from genetically inferior outside sources or inferior trees, and are intensively managed to produce frequent, abundant, and easily harvested seed crops. That's why these are also known by reliable source of the quality seeds. It is uh, established by setting out the clones. Uh, those are obtained through grafts or cuttings, or the seedling progenies of the trees selected for desired uh, characteristics. Okay. Further, this there are some advantages and roles of seed orchard in tree improvement as well as nursery as well as plantation purposes. Okay. uh, Number one of them is that the isolation from surrounding wild population to avoid pollination by outside pollen grains. That's why seed orchards are fruitful. Okay. Selection of locally favorable site with respect to climate, soil, and application of management. Otherwise, it is necessary to establish the seed orchard in locally adaptive areas, or their adaptability should be to the locality factors. But seed orchards, as we are going to plant or establish the improved plants therein, then the site would always be favorable for this purpose. Next, we have promotion of early flowering by grafting of mature science. Seed orchards are also been a field laboratory for this purpose. How the flowering should be encouraged in, or early flowering should be encouraged for early and maximize production of seeds. Then avoidance of inbreeding by randomization of clones or genotypes. As we know, there are some specific or standardized designs for plantation or establishing of seed orchards, and in this way we can avoid the inbreeding, as the same phenotypes or same genotypes are not planted in vicinity. Okay. They are in randomized fashion, so cross pollination among different individuals can be possible in this way. Then we have maximizing the seed yield through cultural practices, or tending practices, such as fertilization, or maintaining wide spacing, then bending or girdling of stems, root pruning, uh, needful irrigations, and control of weeds and animals to give better facility or better chance to growth of trees or seeds in these orchards. Okay. Then we have different kind of seed orchards or their types, and there are basically two types actually. Number one is clonal seed orchard, and number next is seedling seed orchards. And the clonal seed orchards are the vegetative materials. Those are obtained from graft, cutting, buds planted. Those are derived from tissue culture also, from the selected phenotypes or plus trees. Those are planted in the areas with good isolation or needful isolation under the conditions. Those are favorable for flowering and fertilization, and are managed for production of maximum amount of seed, of improved seeds actually. The identity of each ramete, that is the clone, or which is obtained from mother tree, that is known as orchid. These are carefully maintained by tags and maps in the orchard, right? Then it is a characteristic of the clonal orchard that main emphasis is given uh, to crown development for the sake of maximum seed production by use of wide spacing therein. Okay, the establishment of clonal seed orchard should be proceeded or at least closely followed by progeny tests, as in the seedling seed orchards the seeds are only obtained from genetically and phenotypically tested trees. Those are known as elite tree. But in case here also uh, the remit could be obtained from those elite tree, but if that is not done, then it could be obtained from plus tree, and then it should immediately followed by this progeny testing, or that is known as clonal test. In this way, the remits of clone should be distributed in such a way that inbreeding uh, should must be avoided uh, in the clonal orchard. Okay, then we have second type, that is seedling seed orchard, or these are actually the progenies from open or controlled pollination of selected phenotypes, and those are planted at normal planting spacing in seed orchard under any of the prescribed design. That could be RBD, that could be CBD, and such designs are coming in following slides. Isolation and other conditions should be as for clonal orchard, and the identity of families should be maintained in order to allow the for thinning among the families and within families also, and individual within these families, and that is based on their phenotypic performances only. Okay, this thinning must be done before abundant seed production can be start in that orchard. Further, the design of orchard is of great importance for upcoming thinnings, and seedling seed orchards permit the selection and rowing within as well as between families in due course. Seedling seed orchards are also generally takes longer time to start flowering and to reach seed productivity, as these are only originated from the seeds in comparison of clones. Okay, and on the other hand, clonal seed orchards gives rise the early flowering and early seeding also. And now the planning phase of seed orchard, how the seed orchard should be established, what should be the site, what could be the management practices, and here is the planning phase. And seed orchards are the major component of most of the tree improvement programs. Those involve breeding also, and important factors to be considered when we are going to plan an orchard program, and some are discussed herein. First of them is the biology of species. Before going to establish, we must know about the biological feature of any species, so uh, we can opt for particular breeding method, we can opt for particular design, we can opt for particular adaptable site. Okay, the sexual behavior of species, then mating system, degree of selfing, pollination pattern, response to stimulation by hormones, then flowering habit, then flowering and environment, ease of vegetative propagation, or ability to go for vegetative means also, then graft incompatibility. Such biological features must be studied of particular species that is under consideration for seed orchard. Okay, the choice of breeding methods for a specific species must be well known in advance, whether it could be multiplied through clonal propagation, through selection program, through hybridization program, or through polyploidy or various other means. Okay, then combining progeny testing and seed production should be also uh, uh, must be in consideration during the planning phase of this seed orchard, as in case of clonal seed orchard. Okay, next we have design of seed orchard, or the general orchard design considered by the following means, as it aims at the minimal selfing within the orchard. uh, it should always encourage the maximum outcrossing and mating among all the genotypes those are planted in the orchard. It should be simple and easy for establishment and management purposes or management practices in future also. Okay. Then it should allow any number of clones or families to fit into design in future if we wish to introduce any clone or any uh, family from outside of its natural range or from other sites that is quite fruitful in that area, then here it should be just allowed to be there in. Okay. Number of seed orchards are many actually, and designs are many, and each design has its specific advantage and disadvantage also. And there are two common or most frequently used designs that are randomized complete block design and incomplete block design. These are the commonly used during establishment of seed orchard. Then we have establishment phase, or first of all we have to select the site or location. The location or site exceptionally favorable for early, abundant and regular production of good quality seeds, as it is assumed that normally seed orchards are established in well adaptive or locally adaptive sites only. But if we are going with science, then we must select the species, must select the site that could be favorable, exceptionally favorable for this purpose only. Okay. Then we must have the location that could be outside of its natural range, or it may be justified if the species has shown very good performance outside its natural range also, as discussed in this line also. Okay. Then the approach or accessibility to the proposed orchard site should be adequate for establishment practices, construction or of pathways, roads, pipelines, watchtower hut, some storehouses, that should be well in approach. Then protection measures, then management practices, then collection and transport of seed should be easy, approachable from the needful areas. Okay. To safeguard against future contamination from foreign pollen, and there should be well provision of the buffer zone or buffer zero zone or isolation zone regarding this concept. Okay, or this phenomena. To secure an established seed orchard from fire, windfall, pest, etc., theft also. Okay, it is better to replicate the seed orchard in two or more sites. That in that way it could be safer from the possible enemies. Okay. Then we have soil characteristics of the proposed site. The appropriate soil type for any seed orchard will vary with the species also, or it is recognized that the soil type should be fertile, deep and well drained. It should be free from water logging conditions. Okay. The soil should have optimum water holding or percolation capacity also, and soil should be warm, and it should promote flowering. It should be sandy loam to loamy and sandy in texture also. And finally the pH of soil should be neutral in nature. It should be around 7.0. Okay. Then we comes to next feature during this establishment phase, that is topographical features of that area, and site should be as plain or level as possible for the ease of all the works those would be conducted in to establish this orchard. Then site should be slightly sloping to provide good drainage in that area, and site should be with ample light and free from heavy shade from neighboring stands. Okay, these are some topographical needs of proposed seed orchard area. Then we comes to macro and microclimatic features of that area, and the importance of macroclimate and microclimatic factor is recognized for higher seed production, and these include temperature, as the temperature affects both the formation and sexual habit of flower buds. Generally, higher than average temperature is needful to stimulate the formation of flower buds in seed orchard, right? Then we comes to next criteria, that is pollen dilution zone, as I was mentioning here, as buffer zone or zero zone. An orchard must be protected from contamination by outside pollen grains from inferior population, or although most tree improvement workers set a definite width of a dilution zone, and an absolute is essential for example, in the pine, maximum width of such dilution zone is about 122 meters, and it should be preferably around 152, but it is as per different experiences, it is uh, insufficient for any complete isolation. That's mean it should be more, or as per my viewpoint, it should be around 500 to 1000 meters from natural distribution or poorer stands of same species. Then we have what could be the size of seed orchard, and it could be depend upon the quantity of seed needed in future actually, or the actual size of orchard needed will vary from species to species and locality to locality also, or as per market demand also. Okay. Then we have seed orchard management practices, or what could be the management practice in any seed orchard. Much of the advantage of any tree improvement program is lost if the seed orchard do not produce seed to their maximum potential, right? It is certainly beneficial to use genetically superior genotypes for this purpose, and that are phenologically synchronized to assure the cross pollination also. So that means we have to control the pollination practice in seed orchards as number one. Then fertilization, what could be the fertilization practice that should enhance the productivity of seed or flowering initiation or fruit initiation also. So normally application of nitrogen and phosphorus are used to promote flowering in almost all the species. Okay. Then there may pest problem in seed orchards, or when the seed orchards are established, pest in one or another form may become evident in that area. Sometimes new enemies are also be there. The pests are different for each species, as we know, and in each geographic area also. Various methods have been developed to control pest in seed orchards. Those are described in separate chapters. Okay, and I think this is good for preparation of the exam. Those are having seed orchard in your course. Thank you.